Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, welcome to my guest. This is Jan Lewis. Today we have from Milford, Vern Thayer, and Vern is a landscape artist. And we think that I saw the article about you. It was one of the local newspapers. You were exhibiting at Milford Library.
Right.
Vern, what are your, do you use acrylic or oil? What is your...
I use oil. I started with acrylic years and years ago, but
Yeah.
I went to oils right away. My father was an artist, and he used oils. And
your dad was also an artist.
well, he was a good artist. Yeah.
Did he do like you do, landscaping?
Yeah, he did, and his trade was sign writing, lettering trucks, and
Yeah.
like that. But his love was painting, landscape painting.
So that's where the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, I caught it from him.
Were you like that in high school and growing up?
Oh, I was. When I was doing coloring books, I already knew how to shade.
You did?
Well,
And the rest of us had to learn later, right? Show us. He's going to show us. He's got a few of them here. Show us one of them. We'll start talking about that one. Now, this is all in oil, by the way. Here, let me
Right.
help you. All right.
This here is the water company in Milford.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you're going down Dill Street and you look to the right
Yeah.
before you get to Wendy's,
Yeah.
that goes into Milford Pond.
Now, when did you paint this one?
It doesn't say, but it was
Yeah.
1917. I'm at 2017. My father painted it.
You were
2017.
around here. Okay.
Wow, I look pretty good for that age.
Yeah. Yeah. And this, what you paint, you actually just set up right there.
No, that's plein air. I didn't do that. I have a heart condition.
Yeah.
So I can't travel too far with all this equipment, the easel and everything, so I usually take a picture.
You take the picture first.
But I have done plein air, but
Yeah.
not as much as...
What kind of camera do you have?
I got my cell phone,
Yeah.
and I have a small Minolta.
Yeah. And so it gives you the idea of what it looks like when you're there. And then
Right.
how long does it take you to do something like this?
Not all that long. Once I get into it, I don't stop.
Look at the detail. You know,
Well, that's a globs of paint.
yeah. But, you have to know exactly how to do it.
It's a knack, yeah. It's something that you have to work at.
Did you take any classes or anything?
No. Even my father didn't teach me a lot. He, like I say, he died when he was fairly young.
Yeah.
So, but I got the bug from him. So I read a lot, and
You sure got the bug all right. Look, that is fantastic. Okay, so that is again in Milford, and it's where the
across from the water company.
across from the water
Yeah.
company, where Wendy's is. Is that
Yeah,
near the-
Wendy's would be on the left. And
Okay.
when you go across in the water company, you got the little brook going across.
Yeah, isn't there a cemetery over there?
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, across from Wendy's. There's
Okay.
a cemetery.
So this isn't far from there.
No, not at all.
Was this during fall or summer?
It was a bad end to the fall, really
Yeah.
coming into winter. I have done a winter scene of that as well.
Oh, great. Do you sell them too?
Yeah, luckily,
Right.
this
Well,
hobby doesn't cost me anything.
that's great. Let's see what else you have.
All right.
That's really good. Do you hang these at home for a while, or do you have a studio?
Well, I stole the studio from my wife's porch. It's heated and got a lot of windows. So in the winter I paint there. In the summer I paint in the shed that I call my studio.
Now, your porch, does it have a lot of windows that you get a lot of
Yeah,
light?
yeah, it does.
And it's heated. Did you
Yeah.
set it up as heated, or did you moved in it was
No,
heated?
it's an old house on Congress Street, and it's heated. And Barbara had all her wicker furniture out
Yeah,
there and
yeah.
everything. And I was painting out in the shed, and it was getting cold.
Yeah.
So the sweetie that she is, she said, move my wicker out of there. You move in there for the winter. And we've been doing that for a few years.
All right, show us another one. We're talking with Vern Thayer, and he's a landscape artist.
This here is an area up in New Hampshire.
Oh, what town?
This would have been up in Swansea, I believe, if I remember correctly.
All right.
There was a swampy area, and it didn't really have a defined brook. So I put that in, but the skies were dark, and the trees were lit up from the sun,
Yeah.
and it popped. It's
Yeah.
from memory, but
I love the way you accentuated the white. Were those, what's the special tree that's white? What's the name?
a white birch.
Yeah. Was
Yeah.
that what those?
No, actually, they were dead trees.
dead and they came alive.
Well, it was a swampy area.
Yeah.
If you look in the swamp, you can see lots of the dead gray trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just lit it, the way the light hit it.
Yeah, the light after a storm. There was a storm and these dark clouds, and when the light hit these trees, it just started breaking from the cloud and came down and hit these trees.
Yeah,
it
I
was
can
just
see up here where
dramatic. Yeah. Yeah. This is one of my favorites. I like this one.
Yeah. What if somebody sees something like this, Vern? Can you reproduce it for them?
I could. I could also do prints.
You could.
That's an option.
Yeah.
I'm looking into as we speak, because I do some big ones, 24 by 36 and
That is big.
24 by 30.
And you know the cost of framing is horrendous. I
It
don't know
is.
if any people who don't understand art, they say, well, why is it expensive? Because the framing, unless they buy it as a print, and then it's less, right? They can frame it themselves.
Right. But if you go like to Michael's and buy a frame,
Yeah.
you know, you're going to pay more for the frame than you did for the picture.
I know. It's. I think a lot of artists try to find a place where it's a good deal,
Right.
and it's
Right.
not that easy, is it?
No, I found a place, but it's out in California, and they have to ship it over here.
They don't ship it all in one piece.
Yeah. Actually, they just opened a place in South Carolina.
So you are actually ordering frames from out of state.
Yeah.
Wow, very cool. So, when you left high school, did you know exactly what you would be doing?
No, I don't. I wasn't one of the fortunate kids who knew what he was doing at all.
Yeah, I can relate. Oh, what did you do after that?
I started at GM right after high school.
Right after high school, what did you do over there?
I worked in the assembly line.
Yep.
I was putting the windshields in, and I had. It was a good job,
Yeah.
and I don't know how, but I got to go on to day shift. All the new ones start on the afternoon, but I
Yeah.
got to. So I was happy camper.
So they started you on a day shift.
Well, when you first day you start, you do,
Yeah.
and that's a ball because usually they have you drive the cars.
Yeah.
When they come off the test,
Mm.
you take it and park it.
Yeah.
Well, I used to drive 442s and GTOs.
So you could just kind of cruise around on your
Well,
own?
you have to go pick up the guys to park the car.
Yeah.
And you bring them back, and then they test some more, and they bring it out. You're just a very
Where was GM then? Where was
Framingham. You know that big? I guess it's a.
Are they still there? No.
Well, no, but the building is there. I
Yeah.
think it's auto.
Not Auto Barn. I know what you're saying.
No, it's an auto place that they sell it.
Is it off of
bulk.
Route 9 now? Or
No, it's
135?
I think 126 goes in there.
Okay,
If I
yeah.
remember right, I can't remember. I used to take the back roads. To
The
go
back
there.
roads to Framingham?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
But I
were-
think they auction cars there now or something like that.
Oh, they do.
But the building's there, it's huge.
Now, Vern does landscape artistry, and you paint with oils. You were recently in Milford at the library.
Right.
When were you there? I just missed it. Where?
September, the month of September.
Okay. It should have hit me like a ton of bricks because there's the sign. It didn't dawn on me. How did you do at that exhibit? Pretty good?
Oh yeah, it was well liked. That first painting I showed you,
Yeah.
well, I won the award with on that one
Yeah.
at the Premier Gallery in Ashland.
Ash, the premiere. I've heard about this
Yeah.
one. I think. No, okay. I'm thinking of something. There's something in Marlborough. I think we went to. But the premiere in Ashland, I think we either stopped there. Is it a small little one with
Yeah,
a
it is.
lot of different pictures?
Right.
I always wonder how does an artist stand out if they're so squashed in with so many?
Yeah, it's competition is fierce. I mean, just to walk in there, to pick out one, but the variety is great.
I
so
remember it,
just
yeah.
about anybody could go in there
Yeah.
and find a painting that they liked.
Does it have up and down like this?
Yes, it
It's
does.
very.
Really
it's-
small.
Yeah, it's rustic, right?
Right.
Okay, and it's over in Ashland.
Yeah,
Premier.
in a mall like
Yeah.
Plaza.
The little
type thing.
strip mall there.
Right.
How long were you over there? Are you still there?
Well, I was there for a month,
Mhm.
and I won the award, and then the Framingham Artist Group was coming in, so I joined them, and I showed another painting for
And you showed
them.
the other one. Now you also belong to the
Blackstone Valley
Blackstone Valley.
Art Association.
And
Yeah.
how long have you been with them?
Well, I've been with them for a couple of years now.
You like it a
Yeah.
lot, yeah.
They are so active. They
Yeah.
do unbelievable stuff. I mean, I don't do it all because I'm not interested in it all.
Yeah.
But they have something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, they cater to a wide variety of things you like to do.
I know we visited it one time. I think it had just begun. How old is it now?
I don't. Well, they've been around since I guess 1957 or
Oh
something.
no, what it was okay.
Yeah.
When it moved to Uxbridge.
That was about a year ago.
No,
Year
they're
or
off
two?
the main street though.
Yeah.
They're
They used to meet at the senior center
in Uxbridge.
Whitensville.
In Whitensville?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's when I first got involved, and then they moved over to the alternatives.
Oh, okay. Are they in the Alternatives building in
Right.
Whitensville?
No,
They were there.
They were in the senior center in Whitensville.
Yeah.
Now they're in alternatives in Uxbridge.
Okay, because the one I remember in Uxbridge is you're going down 122, the main drag, right? They're
Yeah.
over on the right. You just go through the
when
lights
you
and
go,
right
go
there.
by the bank.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right up past the lights.
Yep,
It's.
that's
It
right.
looks like it's a small space when you go in. It's long, isn't it?
It's long, yeah.
It's very long.
Present day.
How many times have you exhibited in there?
I think it's like 3 or 4
That's
times.
pretty good. How often do they have an exhibit there?
Well, they they have the photography,
Yeah.
and then they'll have like paintings,
Mm-hmm.
and then they'll have both together.
Well, that must be interesting.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for that myself
Yeah.
because I think it's two separate
Yeah.
things, photography and art,
Yeah.
and not that either one's better than the other, but it's different.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but they show quite a few times.
do.
They always have something going on. They got this Halloween thing coming up now,
What's that going to be?
macabre thing. I guess it's. I haven't paid much attention because I'm not going to be doing anything like that. But
Well, show us what else you have now. We're talking with Vern Thayer, and he is a landscape artist. He's from Milford, and he is shown at the library over in Milford. Ooh, and he does it in oils, which is expensive. That is, I don't know how you afford it. My God.
it's fun. Well, I say it pays for my my stuff.
Yeah.
This here is my daughter. They have a place down in Katuitt.
Oh.
So I was down there, and she asked me if I would paint this. And
Oh.
so I went down, and we spent a few days down there, and she looked around. She showed me this place. I took a picture of it,
Good picture. Yeah.
and I went home and painted it from that.
How long did it take you to paint it? Quite a while, I would imagine.
It probably took me, I paint for a little while, then I'll let it dry a little bit and paint it.
Yeah.
And although sometimes I'll go right through nonstop. If I go right through nonstop, maybe about 3 or 4 hours.
I like the way you don't make too many details. You leave a lot to feeling, what people, feel when they see it.
I have to fight myself on that, because sometimes I get over
When I say look at the details, I'm looking at the thought
Yeah.
that went into these, but it's not overly,
photograph. It's not a photograph.
yeah.
I mean, if you get that detail where you got every leaf in, you might as well take a photograph. That's my belief.
Yeah.
You know.
I know.
But there are some artists that do it so well that you can't tell the difference.
This is a technique. Is that hard to do? Do you find that?
Well, this I destroyed a brush. That's that pine they have down there. That's
Yeah.
not like the pines we have up here.
Yeah.
And I got this cheap brush, and I splat it on there like that, and the hairs just spread open,
Yeah.
and I just daub it on there like that.
It came out, it looks so real.
And some of these, you won't believe, I did that with a stencil brush. And I trim it, cut it, destroy it,
Yeah.
and it's all different lengths and everything meshed up,
Yeah.
and I get the
You got
random
the
marks.
effects. Now these are the marsh weeds, right?
Yeah.
Coming up.
Bushes. And this here is with a palette knife, and I just put some paint on and hit it like that. Yeah.
Well, you got the right idea because it gives the feeling, it gets the message across exactly what it is.
Right.
That's, nobody has to go, what is that? They know, they can tell. And the shading, you said, you were sharing with us that you knew shading when you were doing coloring books as a kid.
Right.
How did you learn it yourself? Or your dad?
Oh, my dad taught me. I loved coloring that back in that.
I still love it, yeah.
And my dad, being an artist,
Yeah.
he would, he'd come over and says, you can take a little bit of purple
Yeah.
and do this on the back of the guy's shirt and his arms, and you'll have a shadow, and you get a little bit more perspective out of it.
Yeah.
So I liked the way it looked. Of
Yeah.
course, he made it look better, but I wanted to, do it like he did.
Yeah.
And so I was advanced in that even when I started drawing, I would use, start my shading and everything like that. Yeah.
Vern, how can people reach you if they'd like to talk with you?
You can reach me with email. It's VLThayer, Comcast.net, and I'm also on Facebook.
You're also on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to give you this back.
Yeah.
Do you, if somebody wanted to, I guess the word is to commission you for a show, how available are you?
Commission me for a show? You mean
Sign you up.
put
to
my
do-
paintings in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm available for that. I have quite a few. I was down at the Milford Cable down there, and I had some like 15.
You had them displayed down there?
Yeah.
Ah, good. That's
It
good.
was just me
Yeah.
that was down here. It's
Yeah.
like 15 I had.
Did you walk
available.
in and say, hey, I'd love to display?
No, Blackstone Valley.
They got to them.
Through them, I've made a lot of connections.
Yeah, definitely.
And Lisa's only an email away if I need any help. So.
We're talking about Lisa Shea, and
Oh yes.
shout out to Lisa. We've had her on many times. She's an author. Is she the president of the Artists?
This time around, yeah, they
Okay.
switched. Bob was, and she was a vice president. Now they switched it over.
Bob who? Who was?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I'm
So now she is, and she's the one who's written 300 books. She's been
Yeah.
here many times. Lots of series, especially about Sutton and Purgatory Castle.
right. She lives in Sutton. And
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
big
and she
thing.
does a great job on that. And then now she's with the Blackstone Valley. Plus,
Right.
on top of everything else, I look at her and I think, where is she finding the time?
Yes, and she has some help from Pam and Carol Friswick. Is that saying that right?
Frieswick. Carol
Frieswick,
Frieswick? I know
yeah.
her from Whitensville. I
Yeah,
remember
they
her.
make a dynamite team. They
Yeah.
really do.
Have you seen what Lisa does, how she dyes the clothes? She came on the other day with a fantastic outfit. It was all like dyed to the color that it's just custom done.
She's just creative.
Yeah, I love that type of thing. Now, if somebody wanted to have something done of their own yard or another place, could they request you to come?
I don't look forward to that because I'm painting because I don't have to make a living at it.
Sure.
I can paint what I want. And once you paint something for someone else, you're painting for them, not for you.
Yeah.
And if you're making a living at it, that's what you look for.
Sure.
But I'm not. My father gave me a little advice. He said, paint for yourself and the hell with everybody else.
That's pretty good.
And I take that to heart, and I've been happy. I paint some weird stuff,
Yeah.
and then I can paint something else.
No, wait. Well, what weird stuff?
Well, I'm talking about like colors. You
Yeah,
know, I didn't bring it, but I have one that's got bright orange and blue,
Yeah.
and it's my son calls it the forest fire. And then I got like a blue brook going through it. You know,
Was it something you'd seen driving along?
yeah, it was just something up
You
here.
just stayed up here.
Yeah.
Do you do that a lot? Like you're driving, like, oh, I've got to stop.
I go up to Vermont. We used to have a farm up in Vermont,
What area?
Reedsboro.
Is
It's
it anywhere near?
just north of North Adams?
Okay, there's a. I used to go up to White River Junction.
That's up there. That's way up there.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I used to take the bus from Springfield, Mass, all the way up there to see my college sweetheart back then, and then he would take me right over the line to New Hampshire to his family's home.
Oh,
I did not enjoy it was a 2 or 3 hour bus ride. Back
oh
then.
yeah,
Ugh.
yeah.
And I'd have a little headset on, and I'd be looking out the window, looking at my watch. So you go to near North Adams, right?
Yeah, just north of there. Our grandparents had a farm. My father inherited it. It was 360 acres. And we moved up there early. I was only like 3. I used to live in Somerville, and they
Yeah.
moved up there. So my young childhood was all on the farm.
Yeah.
And me and my dog and I, St. Bernard that I call Ladybug.
Is she still alive?
No, I was like 3, 4 years old.
Yeah.
And I'd be going all day in the woods with her.
Yeah.
All day.
Just walking around.
All through the woods and come down and find my way home. Sometimes I wonder if my mother was trying to off me or something.
Maybe she
Go play, you know.
Get out. Yeah.
So that's where my love of nature comes from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From when you were a little kid, were you the only child?
Yes,
You
yes.
were. So that's cool because your father could then focus a lot on. He could tell your interest already.
Yeah, yes, he could.
You know.
But he was so busy because he had the farm and he's trying to make a living down here,
Yeah.
and he didn't get to paint as much as he wanted to.
What's your favorite thing? Well, the landscape takes in a lot. If you see something, what really draws you in?
Oh, it's a toss-up between the landscape and the seascape. I think somebody phrased it the best is I try to paint light.
Paint light.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
Well, when you look at something and it hits you, it's usually the light hitting something.
Oh, okay. When I think
You
light,
know,
I think of Coke Light or something.
No.
Coca-Cola or something.
It's the contrast.
Yeah.
You know, you could find a stump with a little flower in it. If everything's kind of dark, but the sun just hit it,
Yeah.
you know, that's a painting.
I like it when painters, photographers add a scoop of sun. It does something to the picture.
Oh,
It just-
yes. Yeah,
It's a pop.
that's where you focus your interest,
Yeah.
you know. And you try not to do it in the center
Yeah.
of the canvas, you know, you have it off the side. But you pick where it's going to be, and that should be your center of interest.
We're talking with Vern Thayer, and Vern is a Milford landscape painter, and you have been all over. Where's the furthest you've gone to do your painting? Taking your pictures and then doing your painting?
Well, I lived in Sydney. I did some painting
Oh,
down
they
there.
were in tell us about Australia.
My wife and I and 2 kids, we immigrated there in
Yeah.
75. We were there 8 years and
8 years.
we got homesick and I came back.
What was the reason again you went over there?
Well, at the time, in the early 70s, the economy was not doing very well.
Yeah.
I was working at GM, and they knocked off the second shift, which was me.
Yeah.
And both my parents had passed on. My mother-in-law was a war bride from Australia.
Yeah.
So at 24, I said, yeah, let's do it. We'll go to...
Just went to Australia.
Yeah.
The culture shock.
Immigrated.
It must have been like culture shock big time. Because
It was exciting.
Was it?
Oh, yeah. The British influence, and they talked a little bit different. They thought a little bit different. My biggest thing that I learned from them going down there is that when we're over here, we think the only way to get to that cup is this way.
Yeah.
But
They
once
think-
you learn, you can still get it from going this way.
Yeah.
It's just the outcome's almost the same, but they come with a different perspective.
That's how they look at things over there.
Yeah, well, they even drive on the wrong side of the road.
Oh.
That was oh, I sweated many days.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it the wrong side of the car or the road?
Well, both. The steering wheel on the other side of the car, and they're on the other side of the road.
So in our country, where we would be driving along on the right, and you stay out of the other lane,
Yeah, it's reversed.
you have to get in the left lane and start,
Yeah.
which would be a major accident here in our.
Well, the worst is when you're going around the corner. When you go around the corner, that can be scary. When we first got there, Barbara's cousin was taking us for a ride. And we were around the corner. I think we both screamed like, "Oh my God, this guy's in the wrong lane!" But it was.
Did you paint there too?
I painted a lot there.
Yeah.
It was supplementing some of my income.
Yeah.
And then when we came back, I was painting here for a little while. It used to be the Milford Artists Guild.
Yeah.
And I was painting for them. But then, what's the saying, life got in the way?
Yeah.
Being a plant manager at different places, my day didn't end at 4 o'clock. And
You were a bank manager.
no, manufacturing.
Okay. Yeah.
And your days don't end at 4 o'clock.
No.
And, you know, and my desire to paint weaned off.
It did.
But when I retired, I picked up doing leather work. And that was good for a while, but I didn't get the joy that I get out of oil painting.
Show us the leather work. Now, you're also a leather worker, and you make belt buckles and things like that.
I don't make the belt buckles.
No,
I
but the
make the
thing
belt.
around it, or
Yeah, this here I made up. It's, you know, those fold-up phones.
it's a snake.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my-
your phone would go in there.
So
Yeah. That was part of it. My son, he teaches at Valley Tech, and he had a flip phone. He wore that, and he said all the kids are going, dude.
oh yeah, that looks like an Egyptian asp. You know those asps? Those big
Yeah.
He gave you the idea for that one,
Who?
right? Did your son gave you the idea?
No, but I made him one.
Yeah, and then when he wore it,
He
that made
wore
a
it.
big hit.
All the kids were going crazy
Oh,
about it.
I bet a lot of the guys are like, I want one of those.
Yeah. Well, it's not an iPhone. You have the flip phone.
Yeah,
there.
I've got a flip.
But that was like my sample.
Belt Samples by Vern.
But
This
it
is your
shows
sign.
it shows the tooling
Yeah?
on there.
You go to a lot of craft shows, Vern?
I did. I was going to them, but you know, it's to tell you the truth. It takes a belt with just blank would cost you $35-40,
Yeah.
and you put 6-8 hours of work in there.
Yeah.
You can only sell a belt for so much. You know.
Yeah,
And that's-
yeah, right.
But
Well,
this-
he's got a cowboy boat up on the belt. Look at this.
This is a fish. And
Oh, yeah. It's trying to. It looks like a boat in
Yeah.
the clouds.
yeah.
There's the fish. What's down your end?
Lighthouse, seagulls, and another fish, sailboat. Yeah.
Was this Cape Cod or
Yeah,
expired?
yes, exactly.
Oh, how
And-
long does it take you to make one of those, Vern?
Well, this here is, you glue that on the back,
Yeah.
you tool it, and sometimes I'll stitch the whole, that takes a lot of time. Hand stitching. It could take 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah. While you sit in one place.
Yeah, yeah, and it's really, I'll show you one more here. This is before they get stained. That's how they
Oh,
look.
so that looks before it looks like we just
Right.
saw. This is it.
And that was a belt that I was doing for someone. That's what I'm wearing now. And
I like this color. Maybe because I'm a girl.
well, no, you can seal it. So
There.
it's like that. Yeah.
Oh, I love it just like this.
And
You know what it reminds me of? When wood is unfinished?
it looks beautiful and smells great. doesn't it?
Pine. Yeah, the pine. And this is why maybe because I love unfinished look. I don't know what it is. It looks natural.
It does. It does. Yeah.
Do you sell many that aren't like
I
that?
sold a few. Yeah. Theirs. But I would have any name. I sold around the country some of it, but it was not a satisfaction. I mean, I wasn't getting satisfied like I would with art.
Yeah.
I get so involved in what I'm doing. There's not too much tooling here, but stuff like this,
Yeah.
I'd be concentrating so hard, and I'd be working, and I'd drool, and it would hit the leather. Ruined.
You're kidding.
No. So you got $40 a belt, and you put in maybe 5 hours, and something like that happened.
So what you?
That's it.
That's it. You had to throw it
Trash
away.
it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You even if you wet it, it won't. It'll still show. So
Vern, I thought your name had an E at Vern. VER.
NE. Yeah.
This looks like it. Did you?
I sign it like that
Oh,
because
okay.
that way people don't go, hey, Bernie.
Vern, how do people get in touch with you? You got a couple minutes left.
Okay, VL Thayer, Comcast.net, or you can find me at Vern L. Thayer on Facebook.
Where are you going to be showing next? Or where are you always
The
showing?
Three Stones and Grafton.
The three
Small Stones, Three Stones.
Oh, small stones.
Small stones.
Is
I
that
got one accepted, and I sold it before I even got it in there.
really?
Yeah, I have to ask them to get it back so I can put it in the show.
That's going to be. I think we have them on. I think they didn't have it quite yet. It's going to be
November.
Yeah, it's going to be. Is it the top, that building there? The top, the big old.
Yes, yeah, the brick building.
The big. You're going to be up there.
Yes.
How many pieces will you have up there?
I submitted 4 and only one got accepted.
And that's the one that got bought.
Yeah, that's the one that got bought.
Only one. Oh, but do they do only one for most people though?
No, it's, the one guy had some photography and he got 4 out of them. Yeah,
But I don't understand how that is fair though.
it's very subjective. You know, it flows by the judge, whoever's judging. If he
Yeah.
has an interest more in this line, they have a better chance. And that's.
Have you heard about that up in Hopkinton? Hopkinton Arts.
I have, and I just befriended someone on Facebook that's up there.
Think
I'm
you
going to
might
look
go up
into
there?
that. Yeah.
I know one time we went up there and it was a photography
Right.
exhibit. And we were stunned when we saw which one won. It was something I would never, it was the back end of a car.
Yeah.
When you looked at all the fantastic stuff in that room, I'm like,
Right.
what happened?
Yeah.
Not that it wasn't horrible, but it was
But-
just, you scratching your head like, I don't get it.
It's not on your line that you like. Yeah.
Well, I can't imagine everyone in the room thought it was great.
Well,
You know, I don't know.
it's like, some of the modern art, there's a red dot in the line, and it's
That's it.
$40,000.
Do you go over to the Worcester Art Museum much just to look?
I haven't been there, but I go to Boston.
You go to Boston.
Yeah, my son was a member, so we used to go
He
down
was.
quite a bit, yeah.
Is he artistic at all?
No, he's
No.
a bookworm.
He's
a brain.
He's the brain
He's
guy.
got the brains, yeah.
He's got the
My
brain.
daughter teaches at Milford Middle School.
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she's been there for years. So,
What does she teach?
4th grade.
Fourth grade.
4th grade, yeah.
Yeah.
So she's doing well. My son's doing well. My job's finished. Now I play.
That's right. Do you ever give a workshop or classes?
I don't think I'm qualified. I mean, I have a lot of fun with what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but I have never gone to proper school.
You don't have to.
And,
you can just share what you know.
I do. If anybody wants to know what I'm doing, I'll share that. I don't
Right.
mind that at all.
Well, you've got extra business cards, do you, with you?
No, I don't.
Okay, that's all right, because you can still reach Vern. He's right over in Milford. Again, one more time, Vern, how can they reach you?
At VL Thayer at Comcast.net and Vern L. Thayer on Facebook.
Lots of landscaping. Do you ever take ideas? If someone says, hi, I saw you and be my guest. We've got a great place out here if you ever want to stop by and take a picture.
Yes.
You're welcome to it, right?
Yes, I I just did a painting, or not a painting, but I took a picture for her painting
Oh, okay.
in Blackstone. There's a stone arch over there.
And you did that one.
I'm going to do that now.
That's good. How long
Yeah.
do you think that might take? A couple days?
Yeah,
At
2 or 3
least.
days,
And
depending.
his wife was so gracious when we talked about this. She gave up the indoor heated porch so that this
Right.
could be his studio.
And I paint with a group every Friday. There's a bunch of us that paint at the Trinity Church, and we just have a good time.
Over in Milford.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a place to. There's a big room downstairs. Is
Yeah,
that
but
where
this
you
is
go?
upstairs, the hall.
You go
with a
up-
good light. We're affiliated with the library, but the light wasn't so good.
Yeah.
So Father Mack at that church
Yeah.
allowed us to go up to the hall, and there's we got about 15 people, but usually it's only 10 that show up all the time.
Is this an open type of thing?
It's open. They only do the fall and then the spring.
And you can just all get together and.
Paint, and it's oils. It's only oils. But we have a great time. Then we go have lunch at the end of the season.
Well, that's a good part too.
So we end just before Thanksgiving, and then we'll pick it up again in April.
Vern Thayer, thanks for being with us very much, and we'll be looking out for you. Go down to the Blackstone Valley Art down in Uxbridge, right? Stop in. Some of your things are up there, right?
Yeah, that
Some
is.
of his great stuff.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. See you next time. I'll be my guest.